Hi, I'm Alex, and we're setting up a family restaurant in Eger. Shit. Got to work this one out. Okay. Hi, I'm Alex, and we're starting a family restaurant in Eger. And what we're after is some help with our menu. Now, I've invited Tom. I'll do Tom.
Good, Alex. How are you?
Who's going to help to give us some advice on how we create a menu for our new restaurant. So, Tom, can you tell me what I should consider in writing a menu?
Sure, I'd be happy to, Alex. Your menu, well, is an important marketing tool. It's the first thing guests see, so it must grab their attention. I brought this along as a kind
Yes, I saw you brought that
example to emphasize that point. It's very important to notice that the menu is like the specialty of the house. It needs to reflect the style of the restaurant, the concept that you're trying to get across. Mm-hmm. It needs one and the same. One other important thing is the length. If it's too short, people might be disappointed with the limitations. On the other hand, if it's too long, they might feel it's a kind of cover-up for poor quality dishes. So the best thing, I think, for you, particularly starting out, is to offer a few really high-quality dishes, just a few, maybe 4 or 5, that you know that you can do really well, and that will be impressive, and people will come back.
And in your professional opinion, what are the main parts of the menu?
Well, the easiest thing to do, and probably the best thing, is to follow the chronology of the meal. So you might start off with cold and hot starters or appetizers, followed by soups, and then fish, meat dishes, poultry, then meat dishes, game, garnishes, salads, desserts, ending up with possible cheese, coffee, and so on. Drinks are also important, but usually a separate section, and you might want to consider 3 different sections there: appetizers or before dinner drinks, drinks with the meal, wine, beer, water, whatever your guests are into, and then after dinner drinks like digestives, unicum perhaps.
Oh, I do like a nice unicum. And how can I create a great variety of dishes? What kind of factors and things should I take into consideration?
Right. Well, obviously, you might need to do a little bit of research about what your potential clients in Eger are going to be wanting to eat from your restaurant. But the main thing is you should have a balance between lighter foods and heavier foods. You don't want all goulash. You need to have some other things as well.
Of course, yes.
It's also wise to think about providing dishes for people with dietary concerns, even diabetic choices, and certainly low-calorie options as well. Some people just want to have a salad and a soup. Fine, that's what they want. It is important to keep the descriptions of your menu items short, but they should be vivid and enticing, so that the person reading the menu almost has a taste of what they're going to get a pleasant taste of what they're going to get in a few minutes.
And what would you suggest about the menu design? Is there a particular format, a particular layout that works with guests for the family restaurant?
Right. Well, any menu is a tactile thing. We hold it in our hands, and so it needs to feel pleasant and of quality. So you need to use quality paper. This one is plastic,
not like this one,
which is doesn't feel good to the touch, really, for me. Layouts and colors, whether formal or playful, should match your restaurant concept. So this one does a good job of showing a kind of Mexican menu, I think, and yet it's subdued enough to be semi-formal looking. The layout needs to match the same theme and concept of the restaurant. The fonts need to be easy to read, for people with glasses particularly. The color should reflect the theme of your restaurant. For example, if you're opening a Mexican-themed restaurant, then you might want to use turquoise, reds, greens, yellows.
Such as this colour would be a good one. I think that's your phone, Tom.
Yes. Excuse me. Yes. So what should we?
What was the last line?
It was menu design.
Yeah.
Oh, it's from there. It's okay.
Well, a menu is a tactile thing. People hold it in their hands, so it needs to feel pleasant and warm. For example, this one isn't because it's plastic. So you need to use really high quality paper in your menu. The layouts and colors are important. They should reflect the style or the concept of your restaurant. The fonts should be easy to read, particularly with somebody with glasses. The idea behind the menu should reflect the concept of your restaurant. For example, if you're opening a Mexican restaurant in Eger, you'd want to use colors that perhaps turquoise, reds, greens, yellows, that reflect maybe a Mexican ambient. Really important is to make sure that you put a clear price next to the description so that people aren't confused about what it's going to cost them when they get their bill at the end of the meal.
And is there any other advice that you could give us apart from what you've mentioned? Any tricks of the trade maybe that we could add?
Right. Let's see. You're going to spend some money on this menu, so it's important to keep it simple, a few dishes as I mentioned, but on the other hand, you don't want the menu to lock your kitchen into we only do this. So what I might suggest is a pocket somewhere that's visible that you could include different dishes rather than what's on the menu, so that people can feel flexible, that they actually have more choice. One reason for that is oftentimes food items in the market can fluctuate price-wise, and you may not be able to afford filet mignon every week. So you could actually say, we don't have this, but we do have roast pork or something that might make your budget a little bit easier to live with and give a variety for the clients as well.
A bit like a specials of the day, perhaps.
Exactly, yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your help, Tom. I think you've definitely satisfied me. I shall go away. Would you be welcome to come back, perhaps, and see what we've come up with?
Sure. Give me a table near the window, and I'll be happy to give you some more tips.
With some Unicum. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Good luck. Ta-da.